Welcome back to another episode of Valuable Coins, where we dive deep into the world of numismatics, uncovering the most valuable and unique coins in the market today. If you're a coin enthusiast, collector, or simply interested in the incredible value of rare coins, you're in the right place. In today's video, we will explore two of the most fascinating and expensive United States coins currently circulating the auction market. First, up the 1983 Washington quarter dollar with a Philadelphia P mint mark in fine condition. We'll discuss the coin's history, its composition, and, most importantly, its current value in today's auction market. Let's get started. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It has been a staple in American coinage ever since. However, unlike earlier quarters minted primarily from silver, by 1983, the quarter was made from a copper-nickel-clad composition rather than silver. The 1983 Washington quarter with the P mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. It is important to note that by 1983, quarters were no longer made from silver. The silver-clad quarters ended in 1964. The 1983 quarter is composed of copper and nickel, making it a common coin for circulation. A coin in fine condition shows moderate wear, but the major details are still visible. For the 1983 quarter, the date and mint mark are clear, and some of Washington's hair details and the eagle on the reverse remain distinct, though softened from circulation. So, what is the value of a 1983 Washington quarter with P mint mark in fine condition in today's auction market? Since this coin is copper-nickel clad and quite common, its value is generally close to face value, around $28,000, however. Some collectors seek well-preserved coins or specific varieties, which may slightly increase the price to around 50 cents to $100. Factors that might affect the value include coin condition, eye appeal, any minting errors, or unusual toning. Coins with damage or heavy wear tend to sell for less, while those with collectible features can command a premium. If you have a 1983 Washington quarter in fine condition, it's best to keep it protected in a coin holder. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can reduce its value. When selling, use reputable auction platforms and provide clear images and accurate descriptions to get the best price. Next up, the classic gems of American coinage, the 1938 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny with a Denver D mint mark. If you're curious about this penny's history, condition grading, and most importantly, its value in today's market, you're in the right place. Let's get started. The Lincoln wheat penny, first minted in 1909. It's one of the most beloved and widely collected U.S. coins, featuring the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and wheat ears on the reverse. This penny symbolizes a rich history in the early 20th century America. The 1938 penny was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark located just below the date. This year's penny had a relatively high mintage, but finding one in good condition can still be rewarding for collectors. When we talk about a coin's condition, fine means the penny shows moderate wear with the major design details visible but softened. On a 1938 penny, this means Lincoln's profile is clear, although some finer details may be worn down. The wheat stalks on the reverse are still visible but show wear. So, what is the current market value of a 1938 Lincoln wheat penny with a Denver mint mark in fine condition today? These pennies typically sell for anywhere between $500 to $1,000, depending on the buyer and the exact coin condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGs or NGC can fetch slightly higher prices. Factors affecting value include the coin's exact condition, whether it has any unique characteristics or errors, and market demand. Coins with strong eye appeal or minimal damage can sell for more, especially if certified by grading services. If you own a 1938 D Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition, It's a solid addition to any collection. To get the best value, avoid cleaning your coin, store it properly, and consider professional grading if you think your coin is in better condition than average. Selling on reputable auction sites or to trusted dealers will also help you get a fair price. Next up today, we're taking a close look at a popular collectible, the 1990 Washington quarter dollar with Denver D Mint mark. In very fine condition. We'll discuss its history, silver content, and most importantly, its value in today's auction market. Let's dive right in. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. This design, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, remained in circulation for decades. However, by 1965, the composition of the quarter changed from 90% silver to a copper-nickel clad due to rising silver prices. Important to note, the 1990 Washington quarter is not silver. Quarters minted after 1964, including the 1990 issue, are made from copper-nickel clad. Only quarters minted between 1932 and 1964 contain 90% silver. This means that while the 1990 quarter is collectible, its metal value is tied to copper and nickel, not silver. A very fine VF grade indicates the coin has moderate wear, but retains a good amount of detail. On a 1990 quarter, you'll still see clear features on Washington's face and hair, as well as details on the eagle on the reverse, though some wear is evident from circulation. In today's auction market, a 1990 Washington quarter with a Denver D Mint mark in very fine condition typically sells for around $25,000. This is close to face value, reflecting the coin's copper-nickel composition and mass production. However, coins with exceptional eye appeal or minor errors might fetch a bit more. Coins with rare mint errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can command a premium. Additionally, uncirculated or proof versions generally carry higher values. But for the average circulated 199 OD quarter, prices remain close to face value if you own a 1990D Washington quarter. It's best to store it in a protective holder to avoid further wear. Avoid cleaning, as that can reduce the coin's value. When selling, provide clear photos and accurate condition descriptions to attract buyers. Next up today, we're diving into one of the oldest and most intriguing coins in American history, the 1918 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without mint mark. This coin, especially in less than perfect condition, still holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Let's explore its background, condition, and most importantly, its value in today's market. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. With its iconic design featuring Lincoln's profile on the front and wheat stalks on the back, this coin became a beloved symbol of early 20th century America. The 1918 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, as the absence of a mint mark indicates. The Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of pennies that year, making the 1918 penny relatively common. But older coins always come with historical significance. Bad condition typically refers to coins that show heavy wear, corrosion, or damage, making many details difficult to see. For a 1918 penny, this means Lincoln's profile may be faint or partially worn away, and the wheat stalks on the reverse may be barely visible. While the coin may be damaged, it's still a piece of history. So, what's the value of a 1918 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in bad condition despite the wear and damage? This coin still carries some collector interest. Typically, such a coin can sell for between 10 to 50 cents in today's market. While not highly valuable monetarily, its historical worth and potential for restoration make it desirable for certain collectors. The value depends heavily on the exact state of the coin, any rare errors, and the demand among collectors. Coins with visible dates and some design elements intact generally fetch more than those with illegible markings. Also, provenance or unique stories behind a coin can enhance its appeal. If you own a 1918 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, in poor condition, don't overlook its significance. Avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as this can reduce value. Instead, store it safely and consider consulting with a professional coin dealer or grader to understand its full potential. Next up, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a Denver D mint mark in extra fine condition. We'll talk about its history, composition, and, most importantly, its value in today's auction market. Let's get started. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. It has since become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, originally minted in 90% silver until 1964. The composition changed in 1965 to a copper-nickel clad, which continues today. It's important to note that the 1980 Washington quarter is not silver, unlike quarters minted before 1965. The 1980 quarter is composed of a copper core with a nickel outer layer, known as copper-nickel clad. So, while it shines beautifully, it doesn't have intrinsic silver value. The D mint mark on this quarter indicates it was minted at the Denver Mint. In 1980, the Denver Mint produced over 518 million quarters, making it a common and widely circulated coin. A coin graded as extra fine XF shows light wear on the highest points, but retains nearly all the design details. On the 1980 quarter, you'll notice clear details in Washington's hair and facial features, as well as sharp elements on the eagle. On the reverse so. What is the value of a 1980 Washington quarter with a Denver D mint mark in extra fine condition today? These coins generally sell for around $85 to $100 on the market. While not rare or silver, well-preserved examples may attract collectors who want to complete their sets. Coins with unusual toning, minting errors, or superior eye appeal can command a higher price. Conversely, damaged or heavily worn coins tend to sell closer to face value. If you own a 1980 quarter in extra fine condition, protect it by storing it in a coin holder or capsule. Avoid cleaning it, as that can damage the coin and reduce its value. When selling, provide clear photos and accurate descriptions to attract serious buyers. First up, we're going to explore an interesting coin from the USA. The 1949 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny with an S mint mark. But this isn't just any coin. We're specifically looking at examples that are in damaged condition and what they're actually worth in today's market. If you're a collector or just curious about rare pennies, stick around because this could surprise you. First, let's set the stage. The Lincoln wheat penny, minted from 1909 through 1958, is one of the most popular and historically significant coins in the United States. The 1949 penny was produced at 3 mints, Philadelphia. No mint mark, Denver D mint mark, and San Francisco S mint mark. The S mint mark, found just below the date, indicates this coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint. Now, you might be wondering why a 1949 penny with an S mint mark is notable while 1949 isn't an extremely rare year. The S mint coins are a bit less common than Philadelphia pennies. However, the real question we're answering today is about coins in damaged condition. What does that mean, and how much is that coin really worth? Damage on coins can come in many forms: heavy scratches, corrosion, holes, cleaning marks, bends, or environmental damage. Unfortunately, these conditions reduce a coin's collector value significantly. But that doesn't mean the coin is worthless. Even damaged Lincoln pennies have a market value, especially if the coin is an older date or from a less common mint. In numismatics, coins are graded from poor to mint state based on their condition. A damaged coin generally falls into the poor to fair category, meaning much of the original detail is lost. For a 1949's penny, even in this condition, there's still some value because it's a collectible looking at recent market trends. A 1949's Lincoln Wheat penny in damaged condition typically sells for anywhere between $30,000. Yes, that's right, while pristine versions can fetch much higher. Damaged coins still hold modest value above face. If your coin is bent, scratched, or has corrosion, it's unlikely to ever reach high collector grades. But don't be discouraged. Damaged coins like this can still be great teaching tools for beginners or interesting additions to a collection focused on date and mint mark varieties for comparison. A 1949's penny in excellent condition can range from $50,000 or more depending on the color and luster. But once damage is involved, the price drops sharply. So, to sum it up, the 1949 Abraham Lincoln Wheat penny with an S mint mark in damaged condition isn't going to make you rich, but it still holds some value for collectors and coin enthusiasts, typically between $60,000. Its worth depends heavily on the extent and type of damage. Next up, the 1967 Washington quarter dollar, notable for its lack of a mint mark and presented here in very fine condition. We'll explore its history, composition, and most importantly, its value in today's auction market. Let's dive right in. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This iconic design, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, has been a mainstay in American coinage ever since. One interesting fact about the 1967 Washington quarter is the absence of a mint mark. From 1965 through 1967, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all coins to discourage hoarding during a coin shortage. So, whether your quarter was made in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, it won't have a mint mark. Now, let's talk about the metal. Unlike quarters minted before 1965, the 1967 quarter is not made of silver. Instead, it's composed of copper nickel clad, which means a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. The 90% silver quarters ended in 1964. A coin graded very fine VF shows moderate wear but retains clear details. On this 1967 quarter, you'll see most of Washington's hair details and features on the eagle are still visible, though with some softness from circulation. So, what's the value of a 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark in very fine condition? Since it's copper nickel clad and widely minted, its value typically ranges from $25,000, slightly above face value, depending on condition and buyer interest. Next up, we're exploring a fascinating coin from the final years of the Lincoln Wheat penny series, the 1956 Lincoln Wheat penny without mint mark, especially one with eye-catching natural color shading and in fine condition. We'll dive into the coin's background, what makes toned coins so desirable, and its current value in the marketplace. The Lincoln Wheat penny was minted from 1909 until 1958, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 stalks of wheat on the back. This series is one of the most popular among coin collectors worldwide. The 1956 penny represents one of the later years before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1956, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 420 million pennies without mint marks. While the coin isn't rare by mintage, condition and unique features like color shading can make individual examples stand out. One of the fascinating aspects of collecting coins is the phenomenon of natural color shading, also known as toning. Over time, pennies can develop beautiful colors due to chemical reactions with the environment, exposure to air, moisture, and storage conditions. This natural toning can range from soft golden hues to vivid reds, blues, and purples, and it often adds significant appeal and value to a coin. In coin grading, a fine condition penny shows moderate wear. For the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny, this means Lincoln's facial details and hairlines are worn but still visible. And the wheat stalks on the back retain some detail though. They're a bit flattened from circulation. So, what's the value of a 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, in fine condition, with attractive color shading? While a typical 1956 penny in fine condition might sell for about $200, coins with appealing natural toning can command a premium. Collectors often pay between $345 to $500, sometimes even more, depending on the vibrancy and appeal of the color. Shading. The value is influenced by several factors: the quality and evenness of the color toning, overall coin condition, absence of cleaning or damage, and whether the coin has been professionally graded by services like PCGs or NGC. Certified coins with attractive toning often fetch the highest prices. If you own a 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark with natural color shading, it's best to avoid cleaning or polishing. Natural toning can significantly increase value. Store it in a protective holder and consider professional grading. If the coin has exceptional color and eye appeal. When selling, list your coin on reputable platforms where collectors appreciate toned coins. Next up, the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with a Philadelphia P mint mark. Presented here in extra fine condition. We'll cover its history, whether it contains silver, and, most importantly, how much it's worth in today's auction market. Let's get started. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its classic design features Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, a design that has endured for decades. The original quarters, minted from 1932 through 1964, were made of 90% silver. But after 1964, the composition changed. It's important to clarify, the 1985 Washington quarter is not silver. Due to rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition starting in 1965. This means the 1985 quarter has a copper core with outer layers of nickel, giving it a silver-like shine but without any actual silver content. The P Mint mark on this coin indicates it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1985, Philadelphia struck over 775 million quarters, making this coin quite common. But condition still matters for collectors. A coin in extra fine XF condition shows light wear on the highest points, with most details still sharp. For the 1985 quarter, you can expect to see fine details in Washington's hair and facial features, as well as clear feather details on the eagle dot. So what is the value of a 1985 P Washington quarter in extra fine condition today? Typically, these coins sell for about $50,000 at auction, depending on eye appeal and the presence of any special toning or minor errors. While common, well-preserved examples are sought after by collectors completing sets, some 1985 quarters with minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual planchettes can fetch higher prices, sometimes tens or hundreds of to resize. If dollars. Also coins with attractive natural toning or exceptional eye appeal might command a premium. If you have a 1985 P quarter, protect it by storing it in a holder or capsule. Avoid cleaning, as that can reduce the coin's value. If you're selling, provide clear photos and an honest description of the condition. Thanks for watching this detailed look at the 1985 UAC quarter dollar with the Philadelphia P Mint mark in extra fine condition. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. Next up, closer look at a classic and valuable piece of American history, the 1935 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, in fine condition. We'll explore its background, what makes it special, and most importantly, its current value. In today's market, let's dive right in. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, featuring Lincoln's profile on the front and wheat ears on the back. This coin was minted until 1958 and remains one of the most collected pennies today. The 1935 penny, without a mint mark, was minted in Philadelphia. This year had a substantial mintage, but coins from this era still hold significant interest, especially in higher grades or uncirculated conditions. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin graded fine shows moderate wear, but all major details are visible. For the 1935 penny, this means Lincoln's profile and hair detail are still distinguishable, and the wheat stalks on the reverse remain clear, though worn. So, what is the value of a 1935 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition? Today, generally, these coins sell for between 50 cents and $100, depending on the exact grade and market demand. Coins certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch higher prices. Value depends on factors such as coin condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Coins with strong eye appeal, minimal damage, and clear dates typically bring better prices. Additionally, any errors or unique features can add to a coin's value. If you own a 1935 Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition, it's a valuable piece to add to your collection. To maintain or increase its value, avoid cleaning the coin, store it properly in a protective holder, and consider having it professionally graded before selling. Thank you for watching this detailed look at the 1935 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, in fine condition. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your questions or experiences in the comments below. Happy collecting, and see you next time.